thanks for tuning in. So for this video, as promised, I'm going to clear out my chest of drawers that I showed you in my walk-in wardrobe tour. So hopefully you get lots of tips on how to tackle your wardrobe. I think the best thing to do is to not kind of sort it all out in one day. So if you have a couple of wardrobes or a couple of kind of chest of drawers or just different units that you're using for storing your clothes, I think take one at a time and try not to overwhelm yourself with a huge task of doing everything at once. So a lot of people do have maybe a couple of wardrobes or a couple of different areas where they keep their clothes. Some people have a wardrobe for spring summer, some people have a wardrobe for what they're wearing right now, and some people have one wardrobe for everything. I pretty much have, kind of showed you last week, my space. So I have wardrobe which I've hardly anything in, and then I have my two rails that I have everything hanging on, and I also have the chest of drawers. And of course, the one thing I didn't show you in the video is in my bedroom I have the chair. We all have kind of chair or stool or somewhere where you throw kind of the things that you're wearing during the week. You're climbing into bed late at night and you just throw them there. So I do have that. So every now and again, kind of once, twice a week, I empty that and hang things back up where they should be. But anyway, so that's the first tip, is just to not to tackle it all at once. Just take one area at a time and make sure that you have allocated yourself some time to do it, because there's nothing worse than having to leave it halfway done and you just throw everything back in to the wardrobe or chest of drawers. So the best thing is make sure you do have a couple of hours and there's going to be no interruptions, because like anything, it's going to get worse before it gets any better. So you are literally taking everything out first before you reorganize it. So what I normally do is, when I am clearing out an area, is I put everything into 3 piles. So, and in this you might be trying on some clothes as well and just kind of see if it still fits, why weren't you wearing it, and taking notes at the same time. So the 3 piles that I use, one is clothes that you're just not going to wear again, you haven't been wearing and you don't plan on wearing. And there's nothing wrong with the clothing, they're still wearable but just not for you. So you put them in a pile for charity. Then the next pile are items that need kind of altering. So maybe you have a blouse that's missing a button or two, or maybe you have a skirt that you think you'd wear more if it was shorter, or just jackets or anything that maybe need updating. Maybe they're just out, you've had them a couple of years and they're just out of date and need just something even altered just to fit you better, or altered just to kind of modernise them better. So I do think the Zip Yard are great. There's one in Carlow and there's obviously one throughout different counties in Ireland. So they are brilliant at kind of restyling things and just doing your simple little alterations as well. And then the third pile, of course, then is your pile that's going back into your wardrobe. And then so you bag up the stuff that's going to charity and literally put them in your boot, label them for charity in the boot of your car, and then the items that are going to be altered, put them in a bag as well, same into your car, into the boot of your car. And they're not, the items that need altering are not to go near your wardrobe again until they are sorted. And if you find 6 months time you haven't got around to it, they're still in the car or wherever you left them, then just pass them on to charity or pass them on to somebody else. Or give to a clothing bank if you don't think they're fit for giving to a charity. So then, as you're adding the items back into your wardrobe or into a chest of drawers, I always find that the best way to kind of store them is by category. So like shirts and tops all together, all your skirts together, all your trousers together, all your dresses and jackets, so on. So if you say in the morning you're getting up, last minute rush, and you're like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to work, I'm on a day off or whatever you're doing, grab a pair of jeans. So you go to your trousers, jeans sections, grab whatever pair you want to wear. Then you need obviously a top to go with that, so you go to your section where your tops and shirts are, and then you might need maybe a jacket to go over it or a cardigan, and you move along to that section. Whereas if you have everything just randomly thrown together, it's very hard to kind of see outfits, and you just feel like it's a bit overwhelming seeing all of your clothes all bunched together. Whereas if you just take it a section at a time, it's just far more easier to kind of to work with. Okay, so that's kind of the way I do it. So I am going to literally just go over, it's just my chest of drawers, the 3 drawers. The top drawer I have for jewellery, accessories and nail varnish, so that needs to kind of be tidied up. And then the bottom 2 drawers are clothes, so there's bits for spring summer. I have like kind of nightwear in there, I have kind of basic tops and stuff like that for wearing underneath things. So, and then I know there's stuff in there that I don't wear anymore, that I've had a couple of years and I've got the wear out of them and they need to go. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay guys, I have emptied the 2 drawers. I cannot believe this amount of clothes fit in 2 drawers. I haven't touched the top one yet with my jewellery and nail varnishes. So anyway, I've put the clothes into 3 piles. So the biggest pile here, kind of 2 piles, that's for keeping. So I need to sort through what I have in here. Basically there's jeans, some kind of basic tops for wearing underneath things, and I've all my nightwear in there, and there's a couple of bits of summer stuff. So I'm going to put all my jeans together, I'm going to put my nightwear, some are separate, and I'm going to put all my summer bits obviously separate as well, and my basic bits. So there'll be a few different sections, so I'll talk you through when I'm done. So this pile here then is for dumping. So they're kind of bits that look, you know, I've got wear out of them, so they're a bit worn looking. There might be kind of tears in them, different things like that. So they're not really, I've got my time out of them, and they're not really suitable to give to charity. So they are going to go in a clothing bank. Then over here, pile number 3. So this is my pile for charity. So I will bring them down, I'll bag them up and drop them down to St. Vincent de Paul in Carlow. So that's it. So I'm going to get working on my piles now, or well, my pile of clothes that I'm going to keep and organise them into where I want to store them. Okay, so I'll show you when I have the finished product when I am done. I'll show you through the drawers how I sorted them. Okay guys, time to unveil the end result. So I have my 3 drawers sorted. So I'll start with the clothes drawers. As you know from my video, I could barely open the drawers, so they're easily opening now. So what I have done is I have a section here, the middle drawer, and it's very dark, so there's lots of black bits here. But this section here are kind of all my basic tops, you know, for wearing, layering underneath things for a bit of warmth, and sometimes just if tops are a little bit sheer, you know yourself. So then over besides, then these are my nightwear. So I actually do have a lot of nightwear. So there's kind of summery bits and winter in the nightwear, but I just kept them all together. So that's all my nightwear. I've kind of all my bottoms on one side, and then my night dresses and tops on the other. So that's that drawer. Delighted with that. And the close is really easy. I don't have to try shove things back in while closing it. And then the bottom, I have put all my jeans and trousers in here. So I have 2 piles of jeans and trousers. And then over here, it's quite small, but this is a bundle of kind of summer bits. Yeah, so I haven't got a huge amount of summer clothes. There's still bits actually hanging with the rest of my clothes that I would wear during the summer as well. But I haven't gone kind of on a sun holiday in a couple of years, so we haven't had a huge kind of need for loads of summery bits. So this year we are going to Portugal, so I will be adding to this. So that's that. So there's the clothes. Then the top drawer, as you know, where I put my jewellery and nail varnishes. So over here I do have trays in here that I got a few years ago in, I think it was For Home or one of those. So I have, like, you know, some necklaces here, lots of little bits of brooches and stuff. These are actually off, I pulled these off a handbag and made shoe clips out of them. Then what else have I got? These are actually loads of little spare. Do you know when you're getting jewellery, sometimes they come in these little pouches. So I've got a pile of those little pouches, so it's handy if you're going away on a little on a holiday or a breakaway and you're bringing jewellery to match different outfits, that you can kind of put them all together in those. Yeah, so just a few bits and bobs. That's my little jewellery pouch that I use for when I'm travelling. We're going on holidays. So that's great. I got that years ago, I think, in Waterford somewhere. Again, more little brooches and bits and pieces, and then all my nail varnishes and my nail varnish remover. So I'm absolutely thrilled. I can see everything again. So I'm delighted with that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that and that you picked up some tips and are inspired to tackle a little bit of your wardrobe this week. So again, just to kind of recap on how I would go about it, is just to take, as I was saying, one section, so maybe one wardrobe, whether it be you decide to tackle one half of the wardrobe, or just do shelves, or just do hanging, or even a chest of drawers, and allow yourself enough time to you know, to complete it from start to finish, because you are going to make a big mess. As you saw with mine, I just had 2 drawers of clothes and the amount of stuff crammed into it, I could barely open the drawers. So I did have like a bit of a mess around the floor. So if you create that mess and suddenly you have to kind of disappear because it's time to do the school run or back to work, just, you know, then what ends up happening is the next time you come home, you just shove everything back in the drawers or back in the wardrobe, and your time would just have been wasted. So again, allow the time. So take everything out one at a time and put it into your 3 piles. One is to go to charity, the other is items you still want to keep but they need altering, and then the third are items that you are currently wearing and you want to put them back into your wardrobe. So then when you're reorganizing them, bag up the stuff, bags for charity and then bags for alterations, and then the items going back into your wardrobe. Separate them into categories, so all your shirts and tops together, all your jumpers together, all your dresses together, all your jackets, jeans, etc. It just makes it, as I was saying, much easier for putting together your outfits. Any queries or if you have any style dilemmas, do contact me on Facebook or email me on lainey@gmail.com. Thanks again for tuning in and talk to you all soon. Bye.